Yolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and it's always exciting when we have a new arc like we now have Wrath of Khan Part 1, and this time there is a lot of stuff that came in new, and as usual from today on we will talk about every little aspect of all the new things that came in. And today we already start with the new grind, the new hostiles that we have, and that is the hijacked hostiles, and they are in parts quite tough. The area where you find them is between the Federation and the Dominion. It's marked as Augment space like the old one was already, and it starts with the system Latoria. It's a level 26 system. In these systems you have the new hostiles that bring you new loot for the extension of the Augment faction. I just quickly show you what it looks like now. We will make a separate video about the completely changed Augment store, but there you see that there's a lot of new currency here, and here the common hijacked splicers, the uncommon hijacked splicers, the rare hijacked splicers, and there are also epic hijacked splicers, and that directly is connected to the hostiles. I have no ship in there yet because I want to show you something, but one thing I want to tell you first. If you want to get the best out of these systems, you should know what systems to go to, and that's why we're going to a level 40 system in the first place. I picked my cube to jump a little bit around because we will arrive much faster. And you already see the warning on top. It's the same warning as usual if you enter Augment space. And we talk about this warning first before we go to the hostiles in general, because this is a really important first place. I just quickly wait for the hunter to arrive, because it definitely will. And like you did in the past when you were in the beginning, you will need to shake this hostile. I have to redirect it a bit so we can read what it says, but I quickly need to use the old recall trick and then abort the warp to get rid of that hostile. If you haven't seen the video on that, how I explain it a little bit more in detail, it's in my helpful tricks playlist. But we quickly wait until it stops, and then I can show you something why it's so important before we talk about the general hostiles. Because they are just lethal. So, come on. Here we go, it stopped, and then we can take a look. It's a hijacked D7 class, just 127 million, it would be nothing for me. But the problem is one of its abilities. Not the one that it increases isolytic damage at the start of combat. That's not the bad thing. The bad thing is the dilithium destabilization, because the ship has a 90% chance at the start of combat to destabilize the player ship's warp core, instantly destroying the ship. If you get hit by this one, I got destroyed by each and every one that hit me yesterday because of the lag. Even a level 26 hostile, and I'm ops level 66. That will definitely destroy your ship. So you have to freeze them with the old warp trick. Otherwise you will not be able to grind here properly. Because you want to grind the normal hostiles here. They are also hijacked ships. In this case, the interceptors are hijacked D3 class. The explorers are hijacked USS Mayflowers, and the battleships are hijacked legionaries. So it's just the ship classes you know from the normal versions of the ship, and they bring rewards. In this case, up to the level 40 system, it's common hijacked splicers, and this is currency you will want. The point why I jumped to the level 40 system is, up to the level 40 system the amount of hijacked splicers grows. After that, the amount of hijacked slicers goes down again, because then you will get into the area of the uncommon hijacked splicers. So if you want to grind common hijacked splicers, go to the level 40 system if you can. And then grind the level 40 hostiles here to get the most of it. Always depending on your ops level, on your ship strength, etc. You will have to see which ones you can do. But I just want to give you the information of the best systems. If you want to grind uncommon splicers, go to Galen, the level 50 system, if you want this currency and if you're able to do that. If you want rare splicers, go to Alpha Majoris, the level 60 system. And if you are already in the highest levels, if you are up 70 already, go to Desmodius, the level 70 system. I haven't been there, but I know that this is the best system for epic splicers. Epic splicers start at Scalos at level 62, but those hostiles are a bit tougher. And if we take a quick look at that, you will see that again. They have the ability to increase the isolytic damage as well, like the killer ones, but they also have an apex barrier of 5,000, and they are somewhat stronger. So I'm really struggling with the level 60 hostiles. So you can imagine at Op 66, I still don't have my Koskari, which I hope to have in a few weeks, depending on how much I can upgrade the buildings when the new events start. But with my Negvar, for example, level 60 are still tough. And I still haven't figured out the perfect crew. My Pike crew is doing quite well against hostiles. Usually it's so the SNW Pike, but not so much against the 60s. So that's a little bit harder. And with an Enterprise E crew plus Anorex, I did a little bit better, but still very few hostiles I can kill there. So I will make a crew video on that after I really found something really great. So far, I have not. I did do quite well on the level 50s with PMT. So just as a reminder for everyone on the lower levels, on the 40s and the 50s, because PMT and PMC only work against hostiles under level 51, depending on which ones you're taken on. Some with energy weapons or with kinetic weapons, PMC or PMT might help for you as well in this case. I hunted battleships, and that's why PMT was working better than some other crews for me on the 50s. So keep that in mind as well, as long as you are at a maximum of a hostile level of 50. The 40s and 50s I can do with a loot crew. But as I said, I started some tests already, and it looked quite good with those. But for the 60s, I really have to do much more tests so that I can find out what can you do against tough hostiles. And they are a bit tougher. Nevertheless, you will want the loot, and that is your currency, the common ones, the uncommon ones, the rare ones, and the epic ones in the new auction faction extension to get a lot of nice things, but that we will do in a different video. Today I wanted to talk about these hostiles. And don't forget to shake off your hunter to hunt these hostiles. And there is one more thing that I cannot show you all the time because they are rare and they will not appear, especially for one of my videos. There are freighters here as well. So there are 5 kinds of these hostiles. There's the killer hostile that hunts you. There are the 3 ship class hostiles, the interceptors, the battleships, and the explorers. And there's also a survey ship that from time to time shows up here that brings much more loot, and it brings you different kinds of loots even already in a level 40 system, as far as I've seen that yesterday. But they have a chance of 30% of taking out your warp core. So they are a mix between the normal ones and the killer ones, just that the chance of killing you is 30% instead of 90%. So if you can manage to kill one of those, but you will definitely have more loot then. But it's another grind, and it's a lot of grinding. So you will need to spend a lot of time in this. I am not sure how much time I have for this, how fast I will progress with the augments here, especially in the 60s levels. They, for example, in the events go completely crazy. If you look at the event that we have here at the moment, I need 120 million points, and yesterday, the whole evening, I did 11. And it's ending in 10 hours. So their point system is crazy. They think if you're up 60 plus, you must either have time like hell or you must be grinding whatever. They didn't really calculate that well. I will not be able to complete that one, and so I will not be able to score in the other events depending on this SMS, and that's complete BS, to be honest, because they made the requirements far too high for normal people to be able to do that. Nevertheless, I hope I could give you a little insight into the new hostiles. As I said about the Augment store, the everything that has to do with the changes in the away teams and stuff, and all the new ship skins and everything we will talk in the next days. I decided, because of the amount of ship skins that have come in, and I want to have a video on every little aspect of the game, so I will make videos on those ship skins. So in the mornings I will do videos on other new stuff, and in the evenings, for the time being, I will do quick videos on the ship skins. Won't be long, but will be necessary from my point of view to do them, so that you know how it's a bit sorted. And if you want to add something about the new hostiles, please write in the comments below the video and on Discord. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.